But let me teach you to search it, and I'm trying to hurry up. It says that now, not only know the God of your Father, watch this, but serve Him. Serve. You know, it's one thing to be part of the crowd. It's another thing to participate. You know, I remember when I was training the EMT, and they told us we were certified in 3 different arenas for CPR: American Red Cross, American Heart Association, and whatever that was that we were training under. So we had 3 different certifications for CPR. And so we're doing this CPR training. And while we're doing CPR training, one instructor looked at us and said, now you know how to save a life. You haven't got your stuff back yet from the state. But I don't want to hear telling you, seeing somebody have a heart attack, and you walk away because you're not certified. And I said, who in the world would do that? He said, one of my last students. Said he come on a man having a heart attack, and he was the only one there to do CPR, and he would not do it because he hadn't got a certification yet. And the man died. And the other guy knew how to do it. But he wouldn't because he didn't think he was qualified. You know what? God ain't calling you because you're qualified. God's calling you to help because God wants to use you, and He'll qualify you. Amen? Your kids need to see you working for God. Your kids need to see you serving. And when they see you serving God and seeing all that, it's an amazing thing that happens, because when you start serving, they start serving. You know, I've gone home before this year, Daniel, and I go, son, why'd you give all that away? You needed that. And they'll go, well, Dad, just follow what we see you do. And then what do I say? Okay. I hate for them to say, well, Dad, I'm doing something you would never do. No. See, it's important that we serve. And we let our children see us serving. Not so we can get a medal. Not so that we've got to get anything. There's things, Lord knows it. It don't matter if people know because God's keeping a record. But it's important that your children see. And they know that you do it, and you do it with gladness, and you do it humbly. And that you do it in a way that your children, again, here it is, the honey and the sugar. God's watching. It's important that we do that with our children. So serve. And serve Him. That word serve means to be a bond servant. It means you've been bought out. He caught you in sin. He bought you, and He made you a free man, and now you're serving Him because you love Him. And not only you serve because you love Him, part of that is worship. So now, I'm serving God because I want to, not because somebody's making me serve God. Lord knows I don't want, you know, I sit back and think about, well, you need to go to church at least once a week. No. Carry me to church once a week and I'll go. Don't tell me I got to go and you sit back and talk about the chicken's got to be good. No. We can go to McDonald's. We can go to Burger King. We can eat sandwiches. Cook chicken the night before. So, serve. Next one. Satisfied. It says, know the God of your Father, serve Him with a perfect heart. Now, let me show you what this perfect heart means. It doesn't mean that you're perfect and without flaw. Anybody here without flaw, raise your hand, and I'll tell you right then. Your first flaw is you like to tell one every now and then. There's nobody in here perfect that way. That word perfect means to be finished, complete. It means to keep the covenant. Wow. What it means? You're keeping the covenant with God. God, I'm not perfect by any means, but God, I want to keep my covenant with you. David actually was worse than Saul. Saul did some bad things along the way, and the kingdom was taken from him, but David actually was worse than Saul in some of the things he done. But when Saul died, he died with his own sword, a broken man. Watched his kids die in front of him in the battlefield, and his own man wouldn't even stab him, so he had to die. He fell on his own sword, so he committed suicide out on the field. David, on the other hand, man, he was he wasn't a good father at all. He had a very terrible family life. His kids were fighting all the time, and they were doing some very bad things. Dysfunctional family was invented by David. So here's David, and he's not trying to do anything. So here's David, dysfunctional family. David gets Bathsheba, gets her there, and he winds up having relations with her when he finds out that she's pregnant, has Uriah, her husband, brought back in, trying to make it look like he had relations with her. But he was such a strong man, he would not lay with his wife. Instead, he laid on the doorstep and said, why should I lay with my wife? All my friends are on the battlefield, and they're not doing this. And so David had to wind up sending a note back with him, with Uriah giving it to Joab, saying, put him in the front of the battle, so that and knowing that he would die. So he got put in the front of the battle, he got killed. David took Bathsheba, and when God saw, the baby died. But God gave Solomon. But David had some bad stuff going on. But you know what? In the end, David didn't fall on his own sword. In the end, God said he was a man after my own heart. Wow, you know the difference? The same difference in Peter and with Judas. The Bible says after Judas betrayed God, or Jesus, that he repented himself, and he felt sorry for himself, but he never took it to God. And so he wound up killing himself because he couldn't stand the pain. But Peter wept bitterly. He had godly sorrow and repentance. He carried it to God. And then Jesus reciprocated and come back and talked to him when he resurrected. The same way. David carried all of his mistakes to God, and God took care of it. But Saul kept it inside himself, and he wound up dying a broken man. So perfect, complete, keeping covenant, and heart means your knowledge, your courage, your emotions. Think about it. Your knowledge, your courage, your emotions. So a perfect heart. I'm keeping covenant. I know I mess up, but I'm still keeping covenant. That's why grace is so important. So satisfied. We need to let our kids know, look, we're satisfied in God. And we're working for God, and God's working for us. Almost through, y'all. This surrendered. He said, know to God and your Father, serve him with a perfect heart. But he also said, and with a willing mind. Now willing mind. Willing means to delight, desire. And mind, again, mind, will, emotions. Still a different word. One's more emotional, one's more with less emotions. This is with less emotions. But still, nobody's got to beat me with a stick and make me want to serve God. Has everything been perfect? No. Is there still a lot of battles? Yes. Is there a lot of struggle? Yes. But I tried it without him. It weren't too good. But with him, I've always got something to fall back on. I've got God to catch me. Even when I make my biggest mistakes, he's there. So serve him with, watch this now, with a willing, or a perfect heart, with a willing mind, be surrendered unto God. Surrender to him. You know, my boys know what it's like to see a man cry. And I'm not talking about my dad, please. I'm not thinking I walk away talking about my dad. I'm not. I've never seen him cry but one time, and that's when Mama died. The only time. I see him get up and be John Wayne and walk out the room from time to time and just say, suck it up, buttercup. My boys have seen me cry. Matter of fact, my boys have cried, I've cried with them. We've gotten all and cried together. I remember when it was Sierra sitting here. Sierra, I remember when you were born. And I was sitting there holding your daddy. I had my arm around your daddy's shoulder. And when Daddy went in and saw you and he come back out, Sierra, guess what? Daddy was crying. And I put my arm around him and we cried together. See, real men cry. Amen. Matter of fact, I tell people all the time and said, this is bad. I'm crying. I go, no, as long as your head leaks, it won't swell. Just remember that. Real men ask for directions too. Amen. That's why I got your arm. I did ask a lady, this is twice now. I asked a lady at Target the other day, I said, can you do me a favor? She said, what? I said, can you change this voice on this automatic checkout? She said, what's wrong with that voice? I said, this woman keeps telling me it weighs too much. I got the wrong stuff. I said, I just paid for it. It's right there. I put it right there. She says that she can't calculate how much it weighs, and so take it off. Then she put it back up there. So I put it back up there. The woman kept saying, put it on, take it off. Put more money in, less money. And I said, you know what? I'm getting tired of women telling me what to do. You got a men's voice. Okay. Thoughts. Surrendered.